Good evening, friends. Today we are in lecture number 7. We're going to discuss about the components of money. What comprises of money? You're aware already what comprises. Number 1, coins and currency, time deposits, demand deposits. These are the 3 constituents of money stock. Now, why we are discussing this thing is because we need to understand, we need to have a clarity. Like I said in the earlier lectures before, that we generally presume that coins and currency that is issued by the banks, or not banks, by the government or the RBI, is the only form of currency that we are aware of, or is the only currency. But that is not the case. So what else comprises? What else form the components of money? Time deposits with banks. Now, what do you mean by time deposits? They are issued for a specific period of time, like 1 year fixed deposit, 2 year fixed deposits. You go to bank, you have 6 months fixed deposits. So these are deposits of money which are made for a specified period of time. Now, why there are different categories of different time intervals is because we deposit money with the bank primarily, number 1, to earn interest. That is, to keep the value of money same over a period of time. That is the reason why we deposit money in the banks. Now, why specified period of time? Is because it's because, like I said, it's because you may require money after certain intervals of time. We are not aware of that when we are going to require money. So we deposit money according to our requirements, future requirements. And what purpose does it serve? It serves the purpose of money being required for at a certain period of time in future. Those type of deposits, they are called as time deposits. Prime example, fixed deposits, FDs. These are called as fixed deposits. Second one, demand deposits. They are made for a specific purpose. These are demand deposits. Like, for example, current account. Current account is generally opened or maintained by organizations carrying out commercial businesses. So that is the reason why generally these are the organizations that maintain current accounts. Current accounts, whatever money you receive in the form of sales of goods and services is deposited with the bank in the form of current accounts, so that whatever payments are to be made, they can be made against that. So you are depositing money for a specific purpose, right? That's what we call it as demand deposits. The other one is savings account. We save money, we put money in the savings account so that till not being used, the money not being used, it is going to be earning interest regularly or maybe at periodic intervals. So that money is being deposited in the bank for a specific purpose so that you save, is also a form of or a component of money. These two things can be easily converted into liquid form. That is, liquid form, money form. So whenever the word is used, liquidity or liquid form, that it is assumed that it is money. Okay. Now we see that how are notes issued? How are notes issued? Notes are not issued at random. Like, we require this much of money, we require this much of notes, and hence we are going to print money or mint money, right? You print currency, you mint coins, right? So there has to be certain principle. Like I said, nothing works in finance without logic or principles, right? So hence, what are the principles that are used for note issue? How does the government or the RBI or the central bank of any country issue notes? Earlier, there were two principles: banking principle and currency principle. Now, what is banking principle? As and when the money was required, right? As and when the money was required, banks or the RBI used to mint or print money in the form of coins and currency. There was no necessity of backing the printing of currency or minting of coins against gold, right? Why so? Why is it the case that you don't need the backing of gold? How does the money going to derive value? This principle is used in times of recession. Now, why recession? Recession means less demand, more supply. That means there are no buyers or consumers to consume products and services. So how do you push that? And people during recession, their incomes are low, or generally there are no incomes, prices are high. So at that point of time, what happens? Prices keep falling, yet there is no demand for goods and services. So to push demand, to get the money in the hands of people, what does the government do? Government starts printing money and it starts distributing so that it enhances or it promotes or it improves the efficiency of business cycle. Remember business cycle? Peak to low to peak to low, right? So whenever some things are falling, before lowest possible common denominator is achieved in economy, that moment, that recession moment, if you want to push the economy out of recession, you mint money or print money. That type of minting or printing of money is called as banking principle. Acceptance of currency due to, now why is that acceptance? How does that money without being backed by gold is accepted? It is printed, not accepted. It is printed is because people have confidence in the money. Yes, this money, even though it is not backed by gold, will buy me certain goods and services. The purchasing power of money does not diminish if it is printed with the backing principle. However, the point to remember here is currency or coins, they are printed or minted according to banking principle in the rarest of rare circumstances. It's not a standard practice or a generalized practice. It is also because credit of the issuing authority. RBI here is the authority that issues notes or currency. That RBI by itself is a robust mechanism to control the flow of money into the economy. Now, what do you mean